mean, yeah, normally I don't get on the camera, but, well, at least get on the camera and talk, because I'm not a talker, but who am I kidding? Yes, I am. I just don't be feeling like talking. So, I want to react to some scary animations, because one, Halloween's coming up, so I feel like we should, like, commemorate that. But anyway, I guess we can just jump right on into it. Wait. We're gonna wait till nighttime, because what better time to bring in the scary animations than nighttime? So I'll be back at nighttime, and we're just gonna jump right in. All right, no more talking. I did all the talking now. All right, bye.
This year, we moved into a new house, and I was super excited to spend my first Halloween in a new place. The streets were filled with decorations. Everyone was looking forward to a happy holiday. When the evening came, I excitedly put on my costume and prepared to go out for trick-or-treat. When Mom was about to give me a whole speech about safety at night, I just said that I would be okay, and then fled through the door.
Look. A grown-up playing trick-or-treat? It's so weird.
I heard the children whispering behind my back, and those words hurt my feelings a lot. I loved wearing Halloween costumes and trick-or-treating, but did they mean I couldn't do those things just because I was an adult? Boo. I was frightened to death, so much so that I fell to the ground. The pumpkin made me sweat profusely ever since. I couldn't breathe. That pumpkin monster was still standing there, his clothes ragged, his eyes horribly bright, his mouth rattling with a ghastly wheeze. Happy Halloween. Its hand reached towards me. No. Stay away from me! Stay away from me! I screamed while my heart was about to burst. He burst into laughter. I got dizzy. All around me were thousands of pumpkins with bright eyes and sharp teeth. They came up right next to me, their mouths widening more and more terrifying. Help me. They're about to take me. I screamed.
Jeez, what's wrong with him?
Freak!
What a weirdo!
You're sick! You should stay at home!
After a while, when everything got quiet, I opened my eyes. The monsters had disappeared, but my fear was still there and my body was shaking. I didn't want to trick-or-treat. I didn't want to be here anymore. But the way home looked scarier than before, especially those creepy pumpkins. I could feel their eyes on me. To avoid those scary glares, I decided to take a different path. This road was so strange. It didn't look like my way home at all. I felt a chill down my spine. Something in my mind urged me to go home quickly. My God, after a while, I came across pumpkin lights hanging on both sides of the road. I didn't dare to look around and just kept walking. But the faces of those lanterns looked so real, they could kidnap me any time. Suddenly, I heard some strange noise, like a growl. Something seemed to wake up. I could hear it, the sound of death and the earth being plowed. Jimmy! A hoarse voice was calling. That was my name. Jimmy! My heart suddenly skipped a beat. The monster was calling my name. What should I do? Jimmy! A cold hand touched my shoulder. That was it. The pumpkin monster was right behind me. In an instant, my whole body froze. I was unable to move because my limbs were shaking so hard. I could feel its mouth opening and the steam coming from it covering my head. Did it want to eat me alive? My legs froze. I couldn't breathe normally anymore. Just
Did he
thinking
pee
about that
himself?
monster right behind me made me shiver and want to vomit. Then it let go of my shoulder. That was my chance to escape. I mustered all my courage and strength to run away. That pumpkin monster was laughing hysterically as it chased after me. What should I do? What if it caught me? I ran like hell,
Pumpkin
but the
pie.
monster was faster than
Did
I
you say
and
pumpkin
quickly
pie?
caught my feet. I was so scared that my whole body was shaking. The pumpkin monster slowly walked toward me. Jimmy! The way he called my name made me panic even more. At this point, I could only cry when that disgusting mouth opened. The next second, I almost froze. A throbbing pain made me scream. That monster was grabbing my leg. My legs were gone. I was in so much pain that I couldn't cry. That's it. My life would be ended by this scary monster, I thought before passing out.
Oh my god. What if he ripped his own leg off?
I found myself waking up in a white room surrounded by 4 strange walls. There were 2 nurses holding my limbs. Please save me! That monster ate my leg! It wants to eat me! I screamed. Look, Jimmy, there are no monsters, just your imagination, the doctor said. Only then did I look down at my feet. My legs were still there. Every year, we would gather at someone's house for a Halloween party, except for this year. Jenny wanted it to be more exciting, so she decided to throw the party at an abandoned house on the hill. We knew nothing about
This
the
crew
place
looks a little
other
familiar.
than its location written on Jenny's invitation card. Maybe she wanted it to be mysterious. Around 9 o'clock, we gathered up on the hill. When standing in the yard, I could already feel the Halloween atmosphere abound. Me, Daisy, and Matthew approached the house excitedly. The heavy door cracked open. I could sense the gloomy vibe. We entered together. The candlelight was not enough for us to see things clearly. Jenny, we're here, Matthew called for the party host, but no answer. We should just go inside, Matthew said. Well, it was surprising to see Matthew so lively today. He was often the quietest guy in the group. The house had really been abandoned for a long time, so it was dusty and old and terribly cold.
Why
Following
does it look like
Matthew's
that?
footsteps, we reached a door. Daisy, passing the door, suddenly stopped. A red liquid dripped down on Daisy's face, so she raised her head to see what it was. Daisy yelled in horror. Both me and Matthew were startled. That must be one of Jenny's pranks. She knew
I would've
how
been out the
much
front
Daisy
door already.
was scared of spiders. We had to wait for Daisy to calm down before moving on. Soon enough, an old wardrobe appeared in front of our faces. There was a card that read, "Open." I was about to open it when Matthew stopped me. What if there's something in there? Come on, it's fine, I said. I screamed while a lot of feathers rose up. Damn you, Jenny! I didn't expect her
Is
to
that
play
Wendy's?
such a nasty trick. At this time, I was a little annoyed by the atmosphere here. Jenny, where was that little brat? The journey continued, but we couldn't see Jenny anywhere.
Hey, do you think it's strange?
Daisy pulled me back and whispered. What's strange? I asked.
Matthew hasn't been pranked yet.
So?
Don't you think he's more lively than usual?
Well, what she said was right. We began to suspect that Matthew was also involved in this. Matthew's screams caught our attention.
Well, I guess
He
he was
slipped
pranked now.
and fell. Holy crap! What he had slipped on was a pool of blood. From that pool of blood came a long trail and many handprints that scratched all the way to the end of the corridor.
Did Jenny really create all of these things? Should we continue?
Asked Matthew.
Yeah.
Daisy said. Looks like she was still mad at Jenny about the spider. There was only one room left at the end of the hallway. We ignored the skulls and monstrous laughter on either side of the wall and moved forward together.
1, 2, 3.
We counted together and opened the door. All darkness. I cautiously turned on the power. Inside was a table decorated in Halloween style and a banner that read, Happy Halloween.
Can't believe Jenny threw this party. But where is she?
I looked closely at the plate of finger cakes that looked
On the
so
table?
real as I said that.
Hey, look!
Matthew picked up a card that read, You deserve this. A gift from Jenny. Maybe she wanted to make up to us after her silly pranks. So we sat down at the table.
Guys, these things look so real.
Daisy touched the brain jelly. Indeed, whoever made these things would be so cool.
Hey, happy Halloween.
Matthew had already poured the drink
You
into
better
3
not.
glasses. All 3 of us raised to toast. But as soon as I took the first sip, a fishy smell made me spit all the wine out.
Hey, this smells bad.
Whatever Jenny put into it, it was horrible. So I tried the jelly. But it was also, how to say, yuck. It felt like something raw. Daisy felt the same way.
Is this for
Why
real?
would you even eat that?
Matthew checked.
Yeah, it's
And then he
real,
gonna eat
guys.
it.
What?
All 3 of us immediately threw up. We started to understand what was going on. The things on the table weren't cake or fruit. They were all real fingers and brains and flesh. We were so scared, we ran away from the deserted house without daring to look back. We immediately informed the police.
How do you know it's a
Oh my
real
God.
brain?
I don't know, I suddenly hesitated. Matthew said that, not I. But how did he know?
Bruh.
Hi, I'm Wayne, a 22-year-old guy. I'm working as a research intern for a technology development company. Lacking experience, I often easily became overloaded with the work here. It was probably due to the high pressure at the workplace that people barely talked. After a while, I only knew and talked with 2 more colleagues, Emmy and Joe. Emmy was my supervisor, and Joe was Emmy's manager.
Jesus. Try to finish this mess. I couldn't contact Joe for a few days. Maybe he died somewhere.
Emmy angrily threw the documents on my table and left. It was already 8 o'clock. She must have been exhausted from taking over all the work since Joe didn't show up. Luckily, our boss
Dang.
was so understanding and kind. Every day around 10 p.m.,
Somebody get this
he
girl a day
usually
off,
gave us some
please.
brain-boosting water. To me, it was like an elixir. I always felt so awake and refreshed every time I drank it. Since then, it had become my new beverage, despite one side effect. I often lost
They need to
sleep in
call
the
OSHA.
next few days. That day, as usual, I stayed at the
Mr.
company
Creepy
quite
Inc.
late with a bunch of documents. I went outside for a cigarette. While standing next to the exit door, I suddenly heard some strange echoing noises from downstairs. I worked on the 20th floor of the building, and
It
there
sounds
was
like somebody's
barely
running up the
anyone
stairs.
who came here at this hour.
I would have been
But
running
that
up them too
sound
to get
still
away.
stirred up the air. It sounded like someone jumping up and down the stairs. Then came the giggles, so monstrous in the still air.
So strange. What's wrong with the janitor?
I returned to my desk. Emmy
That's
had
that
been
girl
off for 3
that he works
days
with, ain't
already
it?
for unknown reasons. It also meant all of her work now fell on me. It was 9 p.m. I breathed a sigh of relief after the work was done. I packed up my things to go home. I hated the elevator here. It never reached our floor since the 20th floor button was broken. So I had to walk downstairs to use the elevator. Suddenly, I heard the same strange noise again. The clattering footsteps on the stairs and the giggles. But
Is she
it was
dead?
louder this time, and coming from upstairs, I called out, "Who is it?" The noise stopped for a few seconds, but then it got faster and louder. I saw a figure appear on the dark stairs. It looked like a woman with loose hair covering most of her face. I approached her and asked, "Hello?
What is she holding?
What's the matter?" As soon as I finished the sentence, the woman slowly raised her head, revealing a wild face. Her eyes were bloodshot, like she hadn't slept in a week. Oh my God! That was Emmy! She was tightly holding a large stapler in her hand, which was covered in a red liquid that smelled like blood. While I
What
was
did she
still
staple?
frozen with fear, she burst out laughing like crazy and rushed toward me. I thought she would jump on me, but no, she kept jumping on the stairs,
Why are you just sitting
then
there?
burst out laughing again. I was so scared and quickly ran away. After getting in the car, my heart was still pounding wildly in my chest. I saw a crowd gathering in front of the building, but I was too panicked to care. That whole night I couldn't sleep, even until my alarm
Look at
went
this
off at
man's
7
face.
a.m. I still couldn't close my eyes for a while.
If everything keeps going like this, I might go crazy one day.
But I loved this job
What if
and
he-
wanted to follow it to the end. Emmy still didn't go to work today. Maybe she just gave up like Joe.
Those were some very good stories. I think we might start reacting to those from now on. What do you guys think? I think yes. Anyway, come back next time. See you next time.